The Mayan calendar apocalypse, the rapture, a new great flood, an unstoppable fire, a biblical prophecy, a supervolcano, or a rogue asteroid or comet slamming into us. Every few years, or maybe every few months, a new story, speculation, or conspiracy will go viral claiming that the end of the world is near. Based on what we know, there are four ways the Earth will meet its eventual end, and they are all going to happen someday. Here's what that is going to look like. The extinction of humanity is not just a prophecy. This is a matter of time. Humans have been around in our current form for under a million years, with all of the great apes having existed for only a few million years. As the Earth changes, the pressure on different species to survive will change as well, all while random genetic mutations occur. Whether those offsprings of humanity millions of years from now remain sentient as we know it is beside the point. The point is that millions of years from now, even if there are descendants of humans still around, they won't be humans any longer. Whether an out of this world catastrophe like an asteroid strike occurs or not, the demise of humanity is unavoidable. On geological and astronomical timescales, this is likely to happen sooner than later and will be the first end of the world for us. It is such a cosmic coincidence that our planet is the size and mass it is, with the atmosphere it possesses. Only the right combinations of these parameters can give us a life-supporting planet with copious amounts of liquid water directly at the surface. Yet thanks to the future evolutions of our Sun, our oceans won't be around forever. As helium builds up in the Sun's core, the region in which nuclear fission occurs expands. After 1 to 2 billion years at most, the amount of energy the Sun gives off will increase to a certain critical point that is high enough that the amount of energy hitting a water molecule in Earth's ocean during the day will be sufficient to boil it. As the ocean boils and the atmosphere fills with water vapor, the greenhouse gas effect will take over, causing Earth's temperature to rise catastrophically. The planet will be more like Venus, becoming inhospitable to life on the surface, and life as we know it will end on our world. If you thought having our oceans boil was bad, how about the prospect of having every atom ejected from our world? With enough heat and energy, that's exactly what would happen to any world, with Mercury as a prime example. In another 5 to 7 billion years, this is exactly what will happen to Earth. As the Sun runs out of hydrogen fuel in its core, the core will contract, heat up, and begin fusing helium to release even more energy than before. In this state, the Sun turns into a helium-burning red giant, and nothing on Earth can withstand this. The Sun will swell to almost 100 times its current diameter. The Earth will be stripped completely bare while simultaneously being pushed away from the Sun in its orbit. Venus and Mercury will be totally devoured. The Sun will later die, being reduced to a white dwarf, while the Earth remains just a roasted remnant floating through the space in its orbit around a stellar corpse. Even though it's been cleared of life, boiled then charred and evaporated, and finally bombarded with quadrillions of years worth of cosmic rays, our corpse of a planet will continue to exist. It will remain intact, orbiting our central stellar corpse until one of the following things happen. An object collides with the Earth, either destroying it or engulfing it, depending on the size and speed of the collision. A massive object passes close by the Earth, gravitationally ejecting it from the solar system and the galaxy entirely, where it wanders in obscurity through the entire cosmos of eternity. Or remains bound to the Sun's corpse and slowly, over countless orbits, spirals into a stellar remnant, where it's swallowed by the black dwarf that dominates whatever's left of our solar system.